Hi everyone. So for this video we will be writing tests with JavaScript and we will be using just library for it. Then we will automate the test on GitHub with GitHub Actions. With JavaScript we will make a function that will check whether a password provided to it is strong or not. It must follow these parameters that first password length must be at least 7. Second, it must contain at least one digit. Third, the password contains at least one special character and it contains at least one uppercase and one lowercase letter. Then we will be writing tests for this function with just library. After that, we will be creating GitHub workflow and push our code to GitHub. So here YAML will be utilized and YAML stands for yet another markup language. It is a popular data serialization language. Also it is used for writing configuration files. So we will be writing config file with YAML to run the automation test on GitHub. We can define whether tests should be run on push or trigger the test to run whenever someone does a pull request. So here I am having a GitHub repository and it is GitHub workflow. So first of all, I will be cloning this. So I have opened my Visual Studio Code and then I will clone this repository, git clone, and paste the repository link. After cloning the repository, I will change the directory to this GitHub workflow. Then I will be initializing the npm with npm init and -y. So package.json will be initialized and then I will be installing the jest library npm install jest, and further I will be creating two files named as password.js and password.test.js. So earlier we decided to write code that will check whether the length of a password is at least 7 or not, and then it will check if it contains at least one digit and it contains some special characters as well, and it contains at least one uppercase and one lowercase letter. So we will be creating a separate function for these, so it will become interesting then. So let's first we will also export, and first let's check if the password length is at least 7, for so that we will create a function password length, and if password.length is at less than 7 then we will return false, else it will return true. Then we will also export it. After then we will create a function named as password has digit. Thus /d means that it depicts the digit and it is a regular expression which checks whether the string password has digit or not. If it has, then it will return true, else it will return false. Through regular expression, we will check whether the password has special character or not. And similarly for others, if A to Z means that the password contains the uppercase letter or not, and that is the specific regular expression. Has lowercase also has the similar regular expression like has uppercase, and that's how these 5 functions will be created. And finally we will export all the function through module.exports. Password length, password has digit, password has special character, and has uppercase and has lowercase letter. Okay, so after writing all these functions we will write tests for these. So first of all we will write the command npm test, and here it is written that echo error not test specified and exit 1. So in package.json we have to change a line test. In front of test we have to write jest, jest, and then moving on forward we will write this password.test.js. So first we will be creating a test function which will accept a string like GitHub Actions. So it will accept GitHub Actions and it will send it as a parameter. Then we will be importing the test and the expect function from a jest module and jest globals. Then we will be importing all those functions in check uh, from the password module. First of all we will be testing uh, from a function like uh, first of all we will be testing if the password length is at least 7 or not. The first parameter given to the test function is description, and the next parameter is a callback function. So it will expect if the password given to it the function is has a true value or not. So let's run it with npm test. So the test case has passed because GitHub action has at least 7 length, and if we reduce the 11 length uh, less than 7 and save it, the test cases will fail. After that, we are going to write another test like check if password has digit or not. So the password will be sent to the function password has digit, and this function will receive it, and if it will check if the password contains digit or not. So let's write npm test again, and as we know that the GitHub actions do not have the digit, so the one test is failing, and we can include digits in it like 4 and 3. After we write npm test, both the test cases will pass. So let's add other functions also, other tests also. That is, check if password has at least one special character, and if the password has at least one uppercase letter, as well as the password has at least one lowercase letter. So let's have a look to all of these tests. First we have created password has at least length 7, and then password has digit or not, then password has at least one special character, after that one uppercase and one lowercase letter. So all are expecting to have a true value, and the test function is passed with a GitHub tutorial string as a parameter. Then we are writing npm and test. After that it is showing that 2 has failed and 3 has passed. So it is failing because the password has digit, the password does not has a digit. So we will write here and any digit, and it also doesn't not have a special character. Let add a special character. Then we will write npm test, and it must pass all the test cases. So now that we are done with writing tests, now we will create GitHub workflow. So first we will write dot github and then workflows. After it, we will be creating a file named as node.js.yaml inside GitHub workflows. Now let's first close the terminal. Then first let's name it as CI/CD test, continuous integration and continuous deployment. After that, the the test will be triggered when push is done or pull request is done on the GitHub. Then we will define jobs. Here build is the job name and it runs on Ubuntu latest. Then we will define the steps. Here actions checkout will check that the code provided on the GitHub is the latest to this script, and we will use Node.js. Then we will specify the version as 20.x, and then we will run the command as npm ci. So npm ci is similar to npm install, but it is much faster than npm install, so we are using npm ci. Then finally npm test, as it was done previously. We will change directory to github workflow, then git add, git status. So all is added, and git commit -m add github workflow. Then we will git push. After that we will check our GitHub repository, and you can see that the tests are running here. Some tests are some checks haven't completed yet. So here the test failed because the gist was not found, and it was because we haven't defined it here in the package.json file. So let's define the dependency as jest and its latest version, and then we will git commit again, git add, then git status. So then git commit with a message, add just dependency, and then git push. After that it is pushed to the GitHub. uh, we will refresh the code. Now the tests are again pending, and it's still showing that one test is in progress. So all the tests ran successfully, and all the tests suit passed, and now it is showing a green check mark here. So that's it for the video, and if you liked it, then do subscribe as well, and thanks for watching.